Welcome Townies, to your one-stop shop for all things Traitors in Salem. Today we are looking at everything that has been revealed to us so far. There will be role reveal gameplay in the background while I discuss my thoughts. Firstly, we have the Disguiser. Very simply put, this is a relatively simple role. You walk up to someone, grab a piece of them, and now you can turn into them. There is some interesting play to come with this, however, not something that we haven't seen before. So, I won't say too much on it. Cool role, just not too unique. Next up, we have the Vigilante and Saint in a double role reveal. The Vigilante is practically identical to what it was in Town of Salem. You shoot someone, if they're evil, everything's fine. If they're good, then you die of guilt. The Saint, on the other hand, causes issues for traitors upon death by doubling the cooldowns of whoever killed them. Now, it's nice to see the Vigilante make a return as it's a staple role from Town of Salem. However, even though it seems like the Saint is a nice idea, I would need to see if the effect persists for the full game. And the other issue I see with the Saint is that having an ability that only activates after death makes you just an extremely regular townie. This, to me at least, indicates that the Saint will be a rather unfun role to play, at least in its current state. Coming up next, we have the Serial Killer and the Veteran. Here, the Serial Killer has a really cool ability in my opinion, being able to kill once more in quick succession. This can help counteract those players that are going to play with each other the whole game. And we have the Veteran, whose ability is for a small period of time, he will become immune, and if attacked, will instead kill the attacker. Now, I find this really cool, as it adds an element of skill, luck, and mind games to the game. Next up, we have the Illusionist, which creates a copy of another player that runs directly into a teleporter. The idea is kind of cool. However, I think it'll be really obvious when this is being used, and for the most part, will be a really unexciting evil role. That being said, I'm excited to be proved wrong by this one, and get fooled by it every single time. Now, we have a triple role reveal. The Sheriff, the Investigator, and the Seer. The Sheriff is very simple. Walk up to a person, and see if they're evil. The Investigator gets to see if someone has killed recently. This is interesting, as it also picks up on Vigilante and Veteran kills, so you can't just say someone's evil from it. However, this fully depends on how long someone is considered to have bloody hands. Lastly, for this reveal we have the Seer, who can see if two players are on the same faction or not. This can cause some real chaos, which is going to cause the traitors to have to play in a completely different way. For the last reveal, not including other gameplay features, we have the Tracker. When the Tracker finds a dead body, they can use their ability to summon a dog that finds the most direct path possible to the killer. This is really cool. I really like more powerful roles because they have a bigger effect on the game. Moving on, we have the Wildling, who can activate their ability to see through walls for a short period of time. This is a nice, simple ability that allows a more informed play for the Wildling player. And up next, we have the Coroner, who very simply tells you how long ago a body died. This is interesting because you can see who's nearby and make deductions based on how old the body is. But the main bulk of this reveal was left for the ability to ban cards. So, if you find Tracker to be too overpowered, but want to put a random investigative townie in your role list, you can choose to ban it. This allows for more dynamic role lists and a more exciting and diverse game overall. There is also the ability to adjust the in-game settings. This all looks pretty standard at the moment. However, it's nice to see that we can adjust them. The most interesting one that we can see here in my opinion is the ability to hide player names, as this creates just a little bit more confusion, and the ability to create more interesting lies. And coming in, judging everyone, we have the Prosecutor. This role effectively works the same as a Vigilante. However, instead of shooting someone and dying of guilt, they'll call a meeting, hang their target, and if they're innocent, will die of guilt instead. This one is a little interesting because there will be the added bonus of resetting killers' cooldowns and resetting everyone's positions. Secondly, with this reveal, we get shown the telescopes at the top of the tower. However, more importantly, we get a bit more of an explanation regarding the day-night cycle. Primarily, this affects the distance that players can see, where townies see further during the day and traitors see further during the night. This does also affect certain NPCs and quests being available. Furthermore, we are shown the traitor ability Blood Moon. It wasn't explained exactly what this does, however, it seems to dim Townie's vision even more than what the night does already. I like the look of the day-night cycle system because it looks like it's in place to prevent quick quest wins and make even more opportunities for traitors to create chaos. And lastly, for our current role reveals, we have the Arsonist, which now, when he kills a body, can immolate it. This burns the body, turning it to ashes, and after a few more seconds, the ashes get blown away in the wind, leaving no trace. I like this take on Arsonist, as every other game we have seen of this role ends up the same way, where they have to douse everyone to win. This is a nice, refreshing take on the role, and creates some really interesting opportunities. And the Jester, who, if successfully hung, will gain the ability to possess a player. This allows the Jester to possess a Townie player for approximately 10 seconds, and be able to use them to kill another player. This is interesting because this relies on the Jester getting hung, so a well played Jester can be extremely good, where a poorly played Jester effectively has no ability at all. And finally, we have the Traitor ability, Displace. This ability allows the Traitors to teleport every single player randomly across the map. I really like this idea, because every previous game that has been released in this genre has always had abilities that make players go places and do something. This ability actually affects the players themselves, not a location. Now, I do have a rather big announcement. A Traitors in Salem developer reached out to me and has kindly offered 30 alpha keys to test the game. Now, if you're interested in getting your hands on one of these keys, join the Discord in the description below and fill in the form in the Traitors in Salem sign up channel. But with that, we come to the end of what's been revealed so far. Let me know what you think of these roles in the comments down below. But other than that, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked, a dislike if you didn't, subscribe for everything Traitors in Salem related, and I will see you in the next video.